Welcome to this week's Acca Route 1, the shorter version of our regular weekly podcast. I'm Tom, joined by Jimmy, and each Monday we'll quickly run you through the midweek action, selecting our best bets and fancies with a treble back to this episode at around 9-1. Let's know your thoughts in the comments or through Sport Life Football's social media channels. And remember to keep it fun, never bet more than you can afford. This podcast is 18+. Please gamble responsibly. So there's League One, there's League Two, there's National League, there's FA Cup as well. Your little face is quite excited about this.
Yeah, I can't wait.
As always on the Monday one, do we think there's enough here potentially to build?
I sure do, buddy. I sure do. If anything, it's nicer than the weekend slate. I'm really looking forward to seeing what we've got planned for this Acca, because I think there's definitely potential to rustle something up.
We should have planned this, but have you done match results, or are you thinking goals?
Shit. No, I've done 1x2 match results.
Yeah, good. So have I.
It's a good start.
Yeah, so there's a lot of games in League One, roughly the same in League Two. You're getting a little less than the National League, 6 games. There's 3 FA Cup games as well, as we said there, so there's a lot to go at. Can I kick us off this week? Because I've got a big price one that I think could give us a lot of freedom, flexibility to then play around with other selections. Don't have to pick as many teams if we want to.
That's where we cause the most damage, when we got a bit of freedom and flexibility, isn't it?
Hasn't gone wrong yet. So the National League, as I said there are 6 games going on. Quite a few interesting ones as well. And across the course of the season, this price is probably correct. However, a managerial change at Eastleigh means that their price around 2-1 to beat Oldham on Tuesday night. Home game really caught my eye. Eastleigh was struggling, in a bad place. They then brought in Kelvin Davis, the old Southampton goalkeeper. Don't think Eastleigh's that far away, so presumably he hasn't had to move house. Brought him in. His first game, 5-2 win away at Oxford City. Okay, you go, yeah, part-time, fine, but at home, they're not too bad. Last time out, beat Bromley in the late kick-off, 2-0 in their home game. So 2 wins there. He come in, it's kind of lifted everyone. And with a team like Eastleigh, we've got Paul McCallum, who's hit 30 goals now, I think he's on. Scott Quigley as well. There's goals in that team. Oldham have been strong travellers, okay? But then the last 5 of those games, I think, which they're unbeaten away from home, have been against teams sat 15th or lower. So they've been beating the bad teams, fair enough to them. Lost it at home to Kidderminster, I think it was, the Phil Brown revolution that's going on there as well. 2-1 on Eastleigh to win at home. And I know it's a cliche, but then I was looking at the post-match reaction to that game on Saturday, and the new gaffer said, we want to build something, we want to start by winning our home games. So I think it's a milestone and a big effort from the players. If they are to turn it round, they need to win at home, and I would like to put Eastleigh to beat Oldham 2-1 as the potential first selection here.
So what you're saying is Eastleigh are in safe hands now?
Nice. There we go.
As soon as you said he was a keeper, I've been waiting to say that, and you just kept talking and talking. I'm thinking, I'm going to forget it. I'm going to forget my zinger. I've got a couple of questions. Is Unsworth still in charge of Oldham?
No.
Oh.
Mickey Mellon.
Oh, you probably said that, didn't you? Well,
I don't think I did, to be fair.
Oh.
I think it's about November time. I'll quickly Google it. But, yeah, he's been in for a while. I'll be honest, their football's just not great.
No.
Mellon's football never is. It's slightly effective, and their away record was the concern. And I started to look in and I thought, they're beating teams who are down at the other end of the division. And it's kind of, the price is the big one for me. If they were, say, 6-5 Eastleigh, like a few other home teams on Tuesday night, I probably wouldn't be as interested.
Right.
I think it's a huge price for a team who have, again, it's a small sample size, but you feel like they've turned a corner. And as I said, with the players they've got, there's a lot of goals in this team.
No, I'm all for it. I'm happy to get straight in, and it gives us that sweet
that's
flexibility.
The thing as well. I want to bring that first. This is the big price one, and then it gives us a lot of freedom to play with the other teams, or just put fewer teams in, make up a treble, whatever, see how we feel.
Yeah.
Should we go for that one?
Absolutely.
Easily to beat Oldham then, the first pick for our midweek Acca. You can go for it. You can have one. You can have one. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, Sky Bet League One for me. A lot of fixtures to go at. I like Stevenage 8-11ish at home to Cambridge.
I had this one down as well, so I'm glad you said that.
Same, did you?
Yeah.
Well, that's good. Not really that much to say. Stevenage pretty good side. 4 losses in 25 against the teams below them. And Cambridge, they've only won 2 versus the top 10 at home, Oxford and Blackpool. So I just think it's a case of a good side beating a side that's struggling against the bigger and better teams. Pretty simply, yeah. That's it.
I think if this was last week or the week before, I'd be very hesitant of this on Cambridge. And then Neil Harris left. So he has done all 3 EFL divisions, not in just in one season, in the space of about 3 months. He's gone from Gillingham in League 2 to Cambridge in League 1, and now he's Millwall manager until the end of the season. Guided them to a win over Southampton.
Liar there, didn't he?
What a win that was. And the big tick for he knows the club. He knows the club argument. Huge ticker for that result there. I had this as well. As I said, the thing that caught my eye, actually, because I thought Stevenage lost back-to-back home games, didn't they, quite recently.
Sure did.
Have beaten Wickham since then, of course, but that was their first home defeats in the league, I think, since the end of September when Oxford beat them.
Shit.
So they've been really strong at home, even with that little dip beforehand. 3 wins in the last 5 at home as well.
Yep. The only other thing that I failed to mention is Montserrat.
Did you say Monster Rat?
Monster Rat. He's not going to be.
I know you're on about it. Well, that's very harsh.
Monster Rat. No, he's not a Monster Rat. The Montserrat International. I'm trying to jazz it up. It's Lyle Taylor I'm on about.
Yeah, everyone knows Lyle Taylor.
He got sent off against Bolton, and
I did not know that.
I didn't know that. I was just checking. He's been really good since he came in at Cambridge. He's had a hand in 5 goals. Only started 6 games, so although he's getting on, it's going to be a big miss for the visitors tomorrow. About the Monster Rat.
Yeah, do you know who's the Monster Rat? Do you know who their head coach is?
No.
Lee Bowyer.
Shit.
Monster Rat FA head coach. Well, Lyle Taylor loves Lee Bowyer from their time at Charlton.
He was good at.
So I wonder if he's like, Taylor's had a bit of a word with the FA and said, I'll get you a gaffer. I know someone who can come in. I think they've done all right. I don't follow the CONCACAF Nations League, potentially. I don't follow it closely, but they seem to be winning every time I've looked.
Yeah.
There we go. So is he going to play? Is he here, Taylor, by the way? Is it straight red or?
Straight red, Bolton at the weekend, 18 minutes in. Haven't seen it yet.
Even with him, I'd still be all over Stevenage.
Yeah, me too. But it's just another little quirk, isn't it? Yeah.
You add Stevenage to Eastleigh and the double around 4-1 already because of that big price one. Can I take you back to the National League for a potential final one?
Take me wherever you want.
I was worried where that was going to go, but it's okay, I think. It's an away team, but one that I was quite surprised on the price of, and then I think managerial change potentially had a little influence in that. But it's Gateshead away at Woking. 6 wins from the last 7 now for Gateshead. Clean sheets and recent wins over Oxford City. Kidderminster as well, who we mentioned just there with Phil Brown, have really kind of up the form a little bit. Second bottom Woking. Worst home team in the division. The caveat is that since the managerial change of... Do you want to guess who the manager is? And I know you'd be excited when I tell you who it is as well.
You know I love a good guessing game.
Yeah, former midfielder. Former Blades midfielder as well.
Really?
Not too long. Maybe 10 years-ish ago. Coventry. For Leeds as well, I think, once.
I was going to say... Oh, shit. I was going to say Doyle.
Michael Doyle.
Is it?
Yeah, he is the Woking head coach. They've been picking up points.
Love Doyle.
Mostly in home games there as well, but against kind of the better teams, it's not been too bad. Gateshead third best travellers as well. Bob Elliott's still in. I think he's still interim manager since Mike Williamson left, but they've just kicked on. Not been a problem since their own managerial change. A team in the playoff mix, team at the bottom who are struggling, who frankly I think will pick up points, but it's probably not going to go against the teams towards the top as we've seen. I think Chesterfield have beaten them. Aldershot have beaten them. Halifax have beaten them. Basically, teams around the playoff mix have beaten Woking since Doyle has come in. Gateshead, even money, odds against, the away team in this would be my final pitch, because if I do it, live building the Acca as we go, treble's around 9-1 pre-boost.
Yeah, that's phenomenal.
3 strong-looking teams there.
Phenomenal. And I'm happy to lean on your National League knowledge here. I'm not going to pretend to know a great deal about either of the clubs, but what I've taken away from that, the simple fact is you've got a side who've won 7 of the last 8, touch over even money against the poorest side at home. That's it. That's the crux of it, isn't it?
Basically, yeah, you can pick around it with the caveat. Oh, they've got a little bit better since managerial change, but it's not.
Have they though?
skyrocketed up the league. It's basically a team who have been really good, playing really well against one who have been getting a bit better, but should, theory, lose this.
Yeah, no, I'm all over that. I was gutted actually the other week because I was supposed to go to the Halifax v Chesterfield game, but it got cancelled.
Oh, of course it did.
Supposed to go with LT actually, who's coming on the podcast in the March international break.
He did our National League preview, as we've said, knows a lot, was huge on Altrincham. Pre-season, he said these are going to be the massive prices, and they're well in the mix to do so.
He's a genius.
I was really getting, with Calvin Davis, we spoke about Michael Doyle, we spoke about Rob Elliott, we spoke about. I thought, I wonder how many, the amount of ex-players, when you sit around a pub and just name old players, like Luton in 10 years' time are going to be the team that everyone sits around and goes, you just sit around and name old Luton players, like people do with Blackburn, Blackpool, stuff like that. Just go, do you remember him, and stuff like that. Kelvin Davis, Michael Doyle, Kevin Phillips is in charge of Hartlepool. You drop down to the National League North. Luke Steele's in charge of Peterborough Stubble. Clayton Donaldson is in charge of Farsley Celtic.
That's one that fries my head, that.
Jonathan Greening, ex-Man United, Middlesbrough, is in charge of Scarborough. On the south side, George Ellacobi, of course, their cup run, Maidstone boss. Adam Hinchelwood is at Worthing. His son, Jax, plays for Brighton now. Ex-Brighton lad.
Oh, yeah, of course he is.
I was looking Robbie Simpson, few EFL clubs there as well, if you're an EFL fan. The amount of fairly recent players as well who are now knocking around in the National League managing. It's just proper old style. Do you remember him? Pub chat style thing.
Yeah.
There's a few of them there. Treble-wise then, that Acca that we have just mentioned, those three teams, we can have Eastleigh to beat Oldham, we can have Stevenage to beat Cambridge, Gateshead away win at Woking, treble around 9-1.
That's beautiful.
We satisfied enough with that?
Oh, I'm hella satisfied.
I don't think we need to add anyone else in. We'll get a boost, hopefully, around 10-1.
Gates of 10s, yeah, that'd be a dream come true for me, Duffman.
Dream come true. Jimmy's excited. They are the three teams that make up our Tuesday treble. Then in the second part, we'll talk any other bets. So the treble we built in that first part of the show then, we've got Eastleigh, Stevenage and Gateshead. And as we always do in our Route 1 episodes, we're going to talk any other bets for Tuesday, Wednesday's action, whenever it's coming in the midweek. And I know this is your favourite part of it all.
Oh, yeah.
You can just do whatever you want. Take us away then. What have you got any other bets wise for us so far?
Oh, my favourite is John Stone's 11-1 to score anytime at the Kenilworth Road, Tuesday night, Luton v Manchester
Tuesday
City.
night, yeah.
Yeah, that's with Sky as well.
FA Cup fixture?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 8 o'clock, I think it's on ITV1 if you want to watch this bet sail in. But I watched the Bournemouth game the weekend, and I could not believe how advanced John Stones was. Marauding runs. I don't know if he was technically in defence or in midfield, but he was really advanced. He didn't actually have a shot.
Yeah.
You need to do that if you're going to score.
Ideally, if you wouldn't mind. That'd be nice.
Kick it in the goal, please, Jonathan. But, I just think it's a monster price if he's going to be playing in midfield. He's the third longest City player in the market to score any time, which is just too big.
Too big. No, I like that a lot. Someone years ago told me, remember when John Stones was under real questions at one point at City and people going, what's he exactly doing and stuff like that. Someone told me the Man City coaching staff would not have a bad word said about John Stones.
Really?
5 years ago, so they've obviously long-term loved the guy. They wouldn't have a bad word against him if anyone said it.
He's so sound as well. He's actually from up the road from me.
Barnsley Beckenbauer, isn't he?
Yeah, I was trying to think of something weird to say about Barnsley.
I think it's that is his nickname, the Barnsley Beckenbauer.
Isn't it?
What price is Stones, sorry, at the time?
I can get in the Louvre.
Yeah, that's...
The Louvre.
Louvre.
Sorry, what was the question?
What price is John Stones anytime?
11-1 anytime with Sky Bet. If you want to be a little bit greedy, you can get it 150 about the Braves. Just in case.
Jimmy having an anytime goal scorer shout, unless there is talk of the brace as well, just in case. I didn't bring massive any other bets. I was just going to leave this bit to see, the other teams that I was going to mention on the Tuesday accumulator. If you wanted to add them to them, the other two games I looked at were maybe slightly more risky ones, I think, but Walsall to beat Accrington.
Yeah.
You can get around even money on that one. Accrington, poor travellers, 1 win in the last 9 away. 5 wins from Walsall's last 7 home games. Beating Crewe, they're beating Mansfield, they're beating Wrexham in that run as well. And the other one was, I think the price is okay on it. You're getting around 6-5 on Burton to beat Carlisle in League 1. Carlisle are the worst away team in the division. 1 win, 3 draws, 12 defeats. Burton, in this 7 games under Patterson, I think it is, it's 3 wins, 1 draw, 3 defeats, but the defeats came against Lincoln in good form, Northampton, decent side, and Derby in the first game away from home, last-minute winner. So if you added to the 3 teams we spoke about, if you added them to Eastleigh, Stevenage, Gateshead, add Walsall, add Burton to that, the treble's over 40-1. Sorry, fivefold's over 40-1 if you wanted just something huge for Tuesday night to get involved with.
Yeah, a bit daft like.
You can have it from the Any Other Bets because I'm done now on that. I just wanted to bring those other 2 teams to the table. I think we've still got a few more minutes, so if you wanted to... The floor is yours to go for it.
Mean it?
Just go for it.
Well, I've got 2 more goal scorers for you then. First one, Sean. Sean Longstaff.
Right, yeah. Really important you get the right Longstaff in.
Yeah, he has got a brother called Matty, actually, I think he prefers, doesn't he?
Yeah. I don't know if it's on his passport, but he goes by Matty.
He goes by Matty. I'll call him that. But Sean's the player we want here. 5-1 to score any time at Blackburn in the FA Cup now. Newcastle are around 1-2. Went off similar against Sunderland, won that comfortably 3-0, despite that being a bit of a crunch match. They don't like each other, them 2 clubs, do they?
No, they don't.
Not really get on.
No. Eddie Howe said he's taking this seriously as well this morning.
Did
we called
he?
This on Monday morning. He does his presses very early.
Well, I think
Has said he's going to take this game quite seriously.
I think maybe his job hinges on this competition. You know, with the pressure. Yeah. I think he needs maybe a bit of silverware. No, certainly another decent run in a cup competition won't do any harms, and I think that's why Longstaff's going to play. He's only got 4 goals this season, but did get a brace recently against Luton. And Newcastle are one of them clubs that I seem to see a great deal of because they're always on telly.
Yeah.
And he's a player that's not reflected in the stats, but he gets in a lot of good positions. He did so in the last round against Sunderland. I think he missed a big chance. He had 3 or 4 shots. So I just think the 5-1 about him scoring against a mid-championship club is a touch too large. And I just want to do a quick line. Hopefully the podcast goes out in time. You've got Sam Corn tonight for Maidstone.
Yeah,
not Maidenhead, not Maidenstone.
Headstone, no. Maidstone, yes.
Maidstone. The Maidstone. He's scored in the last 3 rounds. He's 12-1 against Coventry. I think it's worth a little tickle.
Lovely stuff there. Any of them? If you just had to pick one, just one of them, which one would you go for?
John Stones.
Of course.
It's got to be.
I'll go with Stones. You on that one?
Yeah?
Yeah, we'll go with Stones as that one. There you go. There are bets, as we say, every single week. Keep it fun. Never bet more you can afford. Please gamble responsibly. We will be back on Thursday.
Do we
the main episode. I think we're all going to be back, and we'll debrief what the hell happened when I was away.